Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? How was your week? And what is your plan for weekend? What are the new things that you are learning? I'm always happy to hear from you. So please write in comments from where you're joining. How do you feel? What's your learning plan for coming weeks? Because now we are entering the last quarter of the year. So what are your plans to make the 2023 count in your life? And how are you planning to start your next year? Please write in comments. As always, I'm always happy to hear from you. And welcome to Friday Story Time, my favorite time in the whole week. I just wait for this day to share my personal stories. And those who are new for this thing, I'll share Friday Stories. The platform is a space where I share my personal stories, which had the potential to change my life and inspire me. And with the hope that it will inspire you also, as well as it'll guide you that small events in life have the potential to teach us much bigger things than we expected from. So start paying attention to small events which happen during the course, and I'm sure you will learn a lot of things from that. You don't need big lessons and big events to learn from it. Rather, we can learn from very small events in our life. And on this platform, I shared such small things which happened in my life and had the potential to give me a new direction, or at least made me a little more aware about myself. So let's get started with today's story. Today's story happened few years back. My daughter was very young, and uh, we had a birthday party for her. So in that party, I kept one game. The game was that if, everyone will have a chit and their names will be there. They have to pick it, and whosoever name comes, they have to give compliment to that person. And there was something interesting happened that day. The elder children, when they were giving compliments, so they were giving compliments like, "I like your dress, I like your shoes, I like your bag," all these things. But the more younger children, when they were giving compliments, it was like, "I like the way you take care of me. I like the way you take care of your brother. I like the way in the game you gave me the chance the other day to play, like, or you shared your toys with me, or that day, the other day, you gave me the chocolate." So the younger kids were giving compliments more on the behavior of the other person, while the elder children and elder people gave the compliments more on the assets of the other person. And it was such a beautiful observation that day, because when we are very young, we value things, and we appreciate things which are of real value, like the way people care, the way people show respect for us, love for us, share things with us. As we grow older and older, we start paying attention to more the assets we are having, the dresses, shoes, house, car, or the makeup we do, or the anything accessories we are having, or the house we live in, or the activities we do. We start losing connection with the core values. And this exercise I have done with so many times in my, like, our family events and trainings and all, when I ask people to give the compliment. Because when you give compliment to somebody, it's not about them, sometimes it's about us. What is our capacity to see the goodness in other person? That's the most important thing. So when we give the compliment, we reflect on ourselves first before we reflect on other person. So I have I want to share a couple of things with you here. When we give the compliment, three things we have to keep in mind. The first is that compliment value, that build and define the person and not his or her assets. So when you're complimenting somebody, think that what is the process or what is the core value that you want to mention. For example, it could be the integrity. Yesterday I went for a event, and there was a event and I went there, and somebody else who was not part of the event sitting there, and she saw me talking about taking the photo, and then I got busy with my work. When I went out to washroom and I came back, she said, "Do you want me to take your photograph?" And I said, but like, I was shocked. And she said, "I saw you were, when you were coming here, I saw you talking about it, that you want to take photo, and I saw that you were coming again, so I thought of taking photo for you." And I was so happy, and I thanked her for being so observant and so kind, that she not only observed, but she came and she By herself, she came and asked me that, do you want me to take your photo? That was such a kind gesture, and I couldn't stop myself from appreciating her. So when you're appreciating somebody, try to compliment, try to appreciate the values, the core values which define that person, not their assets. Because assets, they keep changing, but the core value remains same for very long time. The second thing when you give the compliment is elaborate little bit. Don't just say that thank you or it was good. Elaborate it little bit, define it more. For example, you went to a restaurant, you had a nice food, the service was very good. So just don't say thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, I liked it so much. The food was very yummy and it was very hot and it was as per my taste. Service was extremely good. The staff was very courteous. So elaborate it little more, because just thank you, it's like the autopilot, right? And other person may not even understand what exactly you liked about it. So the more you elaborate, of course, you don't have to tell 10, 5 or 10 paragraphs, but just few lines that makes other person not only feel good, but they get the clarity what exactly you liked, and they may try to repeat that good not only with you in future but with other customers as well. So this is the second thing, that elaborate. The third thing I want to say is be genuine, please. Don't fake it till you make it. Don't, please don't do that. Be genuine, because when you genuinely give compliment, there are some micro expressions on your face, your tone, and that other person's subconscious mind can easily read and make out whether you're genuinely telling or you're just trying to fake it. So give a genuine compliment. Before doing that, do this activity. Just feel good in your heart about them, about the services they have done. Because the moment you feel good in your heart about them and their services or whatever they have done, or you liked it about it, when you feel good about it, automatically it reflects on your face. I remember 2 years back, I was at Legoland, and I was like, after roaming around for a really long time, I was sitting on the bench. My daughter and my husband, they went to bring ice cream, and there was one couple going, Emirati couple going in front of us, and the wife was carrying the wife was holding popcorn. It fell down on road, uh, and what she did immediately, that she collected all of them and she threw it in the dustbin. She did not leave it there, and I was sitting there and observing it, and I felt so good about it that I just walked behind her and I stopped her and I said, I'm really happy what you have done, and what you have done, that it fell down, and like mostly people they just leave it there, but she made sure that the place should remain clean. So she collected everything, every single piece of popcorn, and she threw it in the dustbin. And it was such a beautiful gesture that if not we, then who will take care of our own country or our own earth? It was such a nice thing. So I told her, and she was also very happy to hear that. So whenever you compliment the kindness they show, the core values they are having, elaborate it, and be genuine in what you say. These are the three most important thing I want to share. The other side, let's flip the coin. Let's like go on the other side of the table now. Sometimes when somebody gives compliment, and many people don't know even how to take the compliment, so I'll share three funny incidents or three funny scenarios that how people take the compliment, because when they are not ready to take it. The first one is a denial. I've seen it most of the time that people deny. I'll give you an example. Like, suppose if we say that like it has happened in real life with me. I gave the compliment to somebody that, wow, this presentation was amazing. You have done a lot of analysis and it was presented excellently. Congratulations. And the other person's response was that, oh, this is nothing. I just put some things together in the last few minutes, and I was in awkward situation. When somebody compliments you and you deny that you are not ready to accept it. Oh, it's nothing. Like, it's not a big deal. It's nothing for it. You're putting the other person down who has just complimented you. Somebody has taken time, effort, and intention to notice something good in you. They have come to you to compliment, and you're just denying it. This is not a good practice when it comes to the compliment, because next time you may not even get it, and you're putting the other person down. The second funny thing, how the people take the compliment, is that it happened many years, like long back when I started my career. So I complimented one person that, oh, you really take good care of your hair. It's really healthy, long, and beautiful. That time I also had long hair and I just love long hair. So I complimented her that you take really good care of your hair. And her response actually made me think, why the hell did I even go and say this thing to her? Like, what was the necessity? I should not even appreciated her hair or the way she takes care of it. She responded that, oh, please don't say that, it would start falling, you may do evil eye on my like hair and my hair start falling. And in Hindi we call it the nazar. That, and I was like, oh god, my goodness, why did I go and even compliment her? So sometimes people take it like this, and seriously, like, this is not the way to accept the compliment for someone. And the third funny thing that happened is that sometimes people just ignore and they pretend as though this is not a big deal. For example, the same scenario, like somebody appreciates it. Wow, it was a great client meeting and you answered all the question. It was bang on and excellent it is. And the person who receives the compliment, they say, okay. And no other expression is there. So what happens with the person who's complimenting? Show some respect for the person who had the intention to compliment you. Take the time, articulate it, and appreciate what you have done, because believe me, in this world there are very few people those who genuinely appreciate what other people do. Most of the people, they are ready for criticizing. We can see on social media, if something good is there, people may not click the like button, but if something is wrong has gone, they will be happy to put nasty comments over there. So we have seen this all across things. So there are, if somebody is giving compliment, accept it gracefully. And I'll give you some of the tips for how to take respect the person and take the compliments gracefully. First thing, always be thankful when somebody gives a compliment. So if anybody gives, say, thank you so much for your compliments, then you can say that you made my day, I'm so glad you liked it, or I'm so happy to hear from it, I hear from you these words, and give a big smile, give a big genuine smile. And I really appreciate that you took notice of it. I'm so glad you liked it. I always say that I'm so glad I could create value for you. So I'm talking about that. My intention while doing something is that I want to create value for people who spend time with me. Like, you're watching this video right now, you're giving your life's precious 18-20 minutes to me, and I should be creating value for it. So I always say, I'm so glad, I'm so happy that I could create value for you. So I'm not only valuing myself, but I'm valuing the other person as well. So these are some of the ways we can give the compliment, we can take the compliment, and don'ts of, like, not to do things for while we receive the compliment. And these are some of the tips to how we can gracefully take the compliment. Giving and receiving the compliments is an art which connects people. So whatever you are doing, like whatever you do, whatever comments you do get, learn this art. And the good part is that this is an acquired skill. You just need three things to learn it: self-awareness you need, mindfulness you need, and you need little bit of practice. So please learn this art of complimenting. And one exercise this time I want you to do, usually I don't tell in the Friday story, but today I want you to tell that story thing. Compliment at least one person today, genuinely, elaborate it, be specific. So give that compliment and be ready. When you give the compliment, definitely they'll say something good about you. So accept it gracefully. Don't ignore, don't deny, don't say evil eye, nothing. Just accept it gracefully, because you're a lucky one who's getting a compliment. I love you all. Please write in comments from where you're joining. I'm always happy to hear from you. I love to listen people like your stories. I love to connect with you. And whatever you are learning here, please share with your friends, colleague, family, everyone, because you never know what will inspire whom. The small things, it's a very small thing, but it may inspire somebody else as well. So please feel free to share this with your family, friends, and anybody you meet, and it may change someone's life forever. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. I love you all, and let's meet again next Friday.